Hello and welcome to the third video in the Sportplan Animator tutorial series. My name is Georgia and I'm here to give you a general guide of how to use the Sportplan Animator. This week we're going to be looking at the options available to a player in possession and completing our first set play. In the previous video we looked at the different ways in which you can move a player, as well as how to use the media controls. If you're unsure on how to do this, make sure you go back and view that video. So let's jump straight in. Select the player you wish to give possession to and click the ball icon. This player will now have a ball connected to them and will move together across the pitch. It is possible to have multiple players having multiple balls. Let's give another player the ball and bring them across for the next example. Now that a player has the ball, you have a variety of options available. Click the location where you want the ball to move to and a second navigation wheel will appear. Let's select the kick option and press play to see our kick taking place. We'll give the other player the tap down option. With all these different options available, you may wish to change your mind about the style of pass. Let's delete the two lines we've just made. Click the end of the pass you want to remove and simply click the delete button. This will remove the line whilst maintaining the player and ball connection. Sometimes we want our players to lift the ball. Luckily, the Sportplan Animator is ready for this. We can give our players the high kick option and press play. A change in ball size indicates the ball changing height, with a decreasing ball getting closer to the ground. We only need one player for the next example. We need to delete the passing lines and remove the ball from the player. To remove the ball, simply click the player of interest and select the ball icon again. The final option available to a player in possession is a running bounce. Click the draw option, select the endpoint and then running bounce. A black line will appear on screen and once we click play, we can see our player move along the centre of the line. Earlier we saw how we could adjust the direction a player was facing. Now that there's a ball involved, we can choose the direction they face when they make a run. Simply click the end of the line of the player you wish to edit and the Sportplan angle mode will appear in the properties bar. There are 4 different options which exist and we've created you a handy on-screen guide, so let's run through them. Auto is the default angle setting and this means the player will automatically face the direction of the run as currently shown. The next option is ball. You can see that once selected the player will automatically face the direction of the nearest ball and continue to do so as they run their line. The third option, manual, allows you to manually decide the direction which the player will face whilst making their run. It is worth noting that if a player is making 2 runs, you can adjust the direction the player faces for each run separately. Let's give this a go. To begin with, we want this player to face the ball, so we'll click the end of the first line and select the ball angle mode. Then, to adjust this, the player is running towards the goal, we'll click the end of the second line and select the auto mode. This can work well for complex drills. Finally, there's a modify angle mode. This offsets the player by the angle you select and is great for curved runs. So let's watch all of those in practice. Now that we've explored a variety of options available to a player in possession and those making a run, let's start putting together our set piece. In this example, we'll have the ball pass the left-hand player to take a shot. Use the draw option as demonstrated, clicking the end of the attacker's run, and select the kick option. Congratulations, you've successfully completed your first pass using the Sportplan Animator. We can also see the initial player in possession only has 1 option available to them, whereas the attacker receiving the ball has 4. Let's keep this exercise simple and have the player kick to goal. Once again, select the draw option, click between the posts and select the high kick option. And that's it, you have successfully built a set piece. This can now be edited to change the initial positioning of the players, with the playback being unaffected. Here are a few examples of how we can edit the current routine. Every line has a variable speed which can be changed. By clicking the end of the passing line you wish to change and moving to the property box, you can change the speed by using the handy slider. Let's have the attacker really commit. One final point for this week And as always, the most important, click that save option at the top of the page so that you don't lose all your hard work. This brings about the end of our third tutorial of the series. Keep a lookout for part 4, in which I'll show you how to advance your animations by looking at the secondary passing and running phases of your drills and set pieces.